Hey guys, it's me. I came to do my first review, my review on the book Shiver. I just finished it like a minute ago. Okay, so this is the cover. So Shiver. And look, there's a cute little wolf staring. Here's the back of it. Okay, so it says the cold. Grace has spent years watching the wolves in the woods behind her house. One yellow-eyed wolf, her wolf, watches back. He feels deeply familiar to her, but she doesn't know why. And then it says, the heat. Sam lives two lives as a wolf. He keeps the silent company of the girl he loves, and then for a short time each year he is human, never daring to talk to Grace until now. And so is the Shiver. For Grace and Sam, love has always kept at a distance, but once it's spoken, it cannot be denied. Sam must fight to stay human, and Grace must fight to keep him, even if meaning taking the scars of the past and the fragility of the present and the impossibility of the future. Okay, so basically, this book, it starts off talking about a little girl was dragged off her tire swing by a pack of wolves. Okay, and this one yellow-eyed wolf stops them from attacking, like killing her. And from that day on, 6 years later, every time he's a wolf during the winter, he'll stay in the woods and he'll watch her, and she knows he's watching her. And that became her wolf. And Isabel, the kid named Jack, was attacked by wolves and he died, and his sister Isabel got so mad at the wolves that she decided that she was going to, have somebody kill them off. So they had groups of people with shotguns trying to kill all these wolves because these wolves killed her brother. So Grace goes to try to stop them, but it really wasn't a success. She's running through the woods and she's trying to stop these people from hurting her wolf. She's so terrified, but all they do is tell her to go home. So she goes home and she finds this boy naked, bleeding on her back porch, and she only sees his eyes, and of course, she thinks it's her wolf. She knows it's her wolf. So they go to the hospital, and they start talking, and she just wants to bring him home. And from that day on, it was inseparable. He was so shy. His morals were so important to him. He didn't want to lay in bed with her. He barely wanted to go home with her because, he just could not do that. So he was so shy. He didn't touch her. He didn't want to sleep in her bed. He didn't want to do anything. But as the story goes on, you can tell that they love each other, that they truly love each other. And finally he lets go, and it was just unbelievable. But Jack is actually a werewolf. And, she finds him, Grace finds him in the woods. She, sees his eyes, and she knows it's Jack, but he's a wolf. So she decides she's going to run to her friend, and she's like, Olivia, there's a werewolf. He's not dead, he's a werewolf. And Olivia's like, ha ha ha, you're crazy, you're obsessed with these wolves. You wish it was true, because you're just obsessed with them. And she goes, you wish you were a wolf, and you're just too obsessed, you're crazy. And they stop talking. And, she finally gets to be with Sam, and it was like she totally forgot about like her whole life. Like Sam was her everything. And you know, Olivia decides for some stupid reason she was gonna take pictures because she's like hugely into photographs, and she's like taking pictures of like Sam, of like the wolves and everything, and she sees Jack turn in from wolf to human, and she's like, oh my god. And you know, she tries to run, but Jack sees her and he's like talking to her, and he's, you know, she's trying to help him, but then she said that, you know, Grace was attacked by wolves and, you know, she was bit, but she never changed. So he thinks that, you know, Grace has this cure, like, you know, she knows how to stop it, but in reality, she just thought she was like a human being, like she was normal, like the wolves were just wolves and not werewolves. So it never crossed her mind, hey, I have to change, and I never did, you know, like that never crossed her head. So like he bites Olivia because she won't help him. So he figures, you know, he's gonna bite Grace's best friend so that she has to help Olivia, but in reality there really wasn't a cure at all. So he decides he was going to, you know, torture Sam and lock him in one of the sheds that's at his house, so that, you know, so that Grace would have to like help him so she can have Sam back. But it's in like the cold, and like, you know, he's fighting so hard to be human, to stay human and not become a wolf, you know. But they finally get to him, and, you know, Isabel helps them to, you know, bring him in the house, start a fire, get him nice and warm. But, you know, Sam knew it was late. It was over. It was done trying. So he asked to see one of the main pack leaders. That was like his father, Beck. And, you know, on their way to see Beck, she's like racing to his house, and they hit a deer, and like the windshield cracks, and like there's a tree, and like the car won't start, and it's freezing cold, and they're too far from Beck's house to do anything. And Sam was just like, he can't do it. So they called Beck, you know, they're talking, they're saying their goodbyes, they're telling how much they love each other. He turned into a wolf. For good. For the last time. And, you know, Grace had this thought, you know, she was big, you know, she had this fever, but she was locked in the car. Her dad locked her in the car by an accident, and, you know, she was mysteriously fine. You know, she should have died from it. That could be the cure. So they thought they're going to get meningitis, and they're going to infect Jack, and they're going to infect my Sam. And she thinks, you know, this is going to cure everything. But instead, it kills Jack, and, you know, they think it killed Sam because she hasn't seen him in like a while, and it was just so hard for her to just go on living, you know, since he basically ruled her world. But at the end, you know, he comes out from the woods, you know, still watching her like he always did, but this time he was a human. So it definitely had a really, really extremely good ending, you know. But I really didn't like Isabel at first, but, you know, after she found out about Jack being a werewolf, it just brought them all closer, and she wasn't as, excuse my language, but bitchy as she was. And by the end, like the last 4 pages, she was just like, all the drama just passed, and they were like best friends. So that was the only like main problem that I really had, but it wasn't really a problem. You know, it kind of just brought that little edge to the story, so that was good. But yeah, I got really, really into it. I absolutely adore Sam. I love him to death. You know, if I could have a Sam, I would want a Sam, for sure. Um, yeah, I recommend this to, like, everybody because it's amazing, and, I can't wait to read Linger. So as soon as I get my Kindle, I'm definitely downloading it and, you know, reading it. But yeah, so this goes into my collection, and I will be buying all the other books to add to my collection. And, yeah, I can't wait to read the next book. So that's it. Follow me on Twitter, GoodReads, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, bye guys. Thank you for listening. Bye.